Hey guys, Pablo here, and welcome back to another brand new video. In this one, we're going to talk about a project that is called Ubiquity Ventures. Now what makes this project really exciting is all these features that we're going to discuss in this video later on, but it is a place for you to keep your assets secure and earn a good interest from those. So they have these revenue sharing vaults. Each vault has its own revenue stream, and the Ubiquity token holders, they can stake the tokens in there and they can get a good passive income. And then they have mechanisms such as forced appreciation to keep the value of the token increasing through burns and so forth. So we're going to talk about all these features in this video, what makes this project really amazing and really good investment opportunity. I'll give you guys all the links in the description so you can carry out your own research and form your own opinion about this. I'll just be presenting all the information so you can decide better. And because do know that anything I say is not going to be an investment or financial advice, so always do your own investigation research. And with this out of the way, let's move straight to the project. Here we are at the Ubiquity Ventures official website. You can call it Ubiquity Ventures or Ubiquity Ventures. That doesn't matter there. The thing that matters is the mechanisms and the functions that are involved in this one, and what makes this an amazing place for us to invest in and to make a profit in. So this is going to be different from the auto staking, auto compounding projects that we have seen, in which we get offered like amazing APIs and so forth, which obviously isn't always the ideal situation where we achieve those things. But it's just, I would say, a hypothetical API that is given to us to make profit and so forth. But it's nothing there is for certain. Obviously, it depends on the volume that is being traded. But anyways, it's different from that. What happens in this one is that you have revenue sharing vaults, and the stakers have the option to stake in those vaults, and they generate really solid passive income from those. And there's a lot of people out there, especially right now when we have this market condition that is not ideal, which is not considered a bull run. So in these situations, a lot of the people want to keep their assets secure until the right market arrives, so they can invest and they can ensure that they can make more profit. So at this time, they want some place for them to store their assets so that their value remains not just the same, but it increases. And this is, I would say, the perfect place for it, because they can keep their assets secure in a vault. And those vaults are not just simple vaults, but they are revenue sharing vaults, which each vault will have its own revenue stream, and that is, well, then the revenue is shared within the stakers. And there's a lot of other functions that are involved in this one, which makes this really amazing. You can read about the whole thing over here. It says these vaults will be a place for the UBIQ holders to stake their tokens and receive the income generated from the specific vault based on the number of tokens staked. Of course, if you have staked tokens, it depends on the amount that you've staked. So if you have staked more tokens, you'll be making more income. Now, the functions that we have to study here, what makes this amazing, are the forced appreciation, Rebirth Initiative. We already have talked about the revenue sharing vaults. Now what forced appreciation is, which is kind of like the same as rebasing, but I wouldn't say it's rebasing. But when you have in this one, when you can control the supply, in a sense, well, if you burn the tokens, you're basically reducing the supply. You have options to play with the price, with the value. So they have created this protocol, and through which they ensure that the price or the value is appreciated. And we're going to talk about the protocol, we're going to talk about the transaction fees and so forth. How are they ensuring that the value of the UBIQ token, it is appreciated? And forced appreciation is, no matter the market conditions, it still is appreciated. So in total, there's a limit, a fixed limit of the UBIQ token, which is 1 million. It cannot go above this. And it says that through their dynamic tax system and various revenue sources, they're going to reduce this amount of supply, which is going to increase value. And since we have this, we're going to have these revenue streams and the revenue vaults, money will be brought in, and the value, the circuit and supply will be getting reduced on every single transaction, in a sense, because of their protocol. So if you think about this, the stakers, the UBIQ stakers or UBIQ stakers that are staking in the vaults will be benefiting from two ways, actually. One is that they're making passive income. They're getting more and more tokens. But not only this, but the circulating supply is getting reduced. So the value of the token is increasing. So not only that the amount of tokens are increasing, but they are also increasing in value. So in this case, the investors, the holders, the stakers, they get profit in both ways, which actually multiplies their profit. So they're going to have one revenue stream for one vault, and they will be they're planning on releasing, I think, the 2 initial vaults in 2 to 3 weeks after the token is launched. Currently is in the pre-sale period, which is right here. We're going to talk about the allocation for this one, the price, and so forth. So this was the part where we talk about the forced appreciation. We've talked about the revenue sharing vaults, and now they also have this Rebirth Initiative, which is really amazing in a sense. So this is a portion of the protocol, which if you talk about the transaction fees, we're gonna have a more idea. So basically, a portion of the transaction fees is when someone sells a token, especially, there's a portion that is used to get or acquire governance tokens of other projects out there, so that they can have they can vote on stuff that happens on the other projects. So they can create this whole umbrella of the Ubiquity Ventures, and they can ensure forced appreciation through those projects, and they can ensure that those projects get the right exposure to the right people, so that they can benefit as well, and Ubiquity Ventures also benefit as well. So in this case, both parties benefit, and through this mechanism they ensure forced appreciation, and basically this is the Rebirth mechanism. In short, it is just acquiring governance tokens of other projects out there. These are the mechanisms that are in place that ensures that we can make a good passive income if we stake, and there's forced appreciation, so the value will be increasing and the amount of token will be increasing if we stake. And also with the Rebirth Initiative, they further ensure that the forced appreciation is made possible. So you can see all of this is kind of like adding up. Now the whole project is secure, it is verified, it has been audited by Solidity Finance, which is one of the most renowned places for you to get an audit. So that part is confirmed, it is safe. We have forced appreciation, we talked about this. We're going to talk about the pre-sale and the tokenomics, which I think is the only place that is left for us to cover. So if you talk about the transaction fees, we're going to talk about the pre-sale afterwards. If you talk about the taxes, there is a 12% tax when we buy the token or transfer the token, and there's a 20% tax when we sell the token. And when the token is basically bought, there's a 12% transaction fees, and this is how it is distributed. So 5% of every single transaction that happens, whether it is a buy or it is a sell, it is burned, it is taken out of the circulation, which appreciates the value of the UBIQ or UBIQ, and 5% is sent to the UBIQ, and 5% is sent to their treasury, and it increase the overall health of the protocol in whatever way possible. The 2% that is remaining, it is used for charity, which I think is really wise. And the 10% that is extra in case of sell, this is what is sent to the Rebirth Initiative wallet, and this is what is used to acquire governance tokens of other projects. And this is how this whole thing is distributed. This is the protocol that is applied in every single transaction, and this is how everything basically works here. Now, if we talk about the pre-sale, which is right here, these are the details. The price that we're going to get in the pre-sale is 10 BUSD. Now, one thing that I really find amazing here and different here is this project is on the Binance Smart Chain, and whenever a project launches on Binance Smart Chain, they would usually pair their token with BNB, which of course offers a good potential in a bull run. When the market is not performing as good, it is being volatile. The price of the BNB fluctuates a lot, and right now it's not at its, I would say, highest or even better. It's just mediocre in a sense. So the volatility of the BNB really has a huge impact on the token that appear with it. So what they have done is, instead of pairing it with BNB, they actually paired it with BUSD, which is a stable coin. The price of it is stable. This brings stability into this whole project itself, into the token itself. Now the thing is, when the market starts performing good, or if we enter that bull cycle, they will have the option, because of the smart contract v2, they are going to have the option to switch between the LPs, whether BNB or BUSD. Or of course, if it's a bull cycle, they can switch it to BNB because it offers more potential there. But right now they need stability, so they are in the BUSD, which is something I think is really amazing from their part actually. Now, if you talk about the pre-sale price is 10 BUSD. It is going to launch on 3rd of September and it is going to end on 9th. Maximum per wallet is 10,000. There's actually a limit of how many you can sell per transaction or how many you can sell per day. So we're going to talk about that as well. This is the hard cap, which is of 5,600 BNB, which is estimated $1.4 million. And the launchpad is going to be Ubiquity Ventures pre-sale the app, so you can directly do it from there. And when it is launched, the initial launch price is going to be 12 BUSD, and this is how it is all distributed. So for pre-sale, we have about like 14% tokens, and whatever is left is not sold in the pre-sale will go to the Ubiquity bank, so you have information regarding that as well. But the point is, this is an amazing place for us to safeguard our tokens, our value, and ensure that we make a profit in these conditions, which makes this really amazing. It is a safe project. They have mechanisms of this forced appreciation and rebirth. So altogether, I think it makes this an amazing investment opportunity for us. But anyways, I think this is all of you guys in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one shortly. So stay tuned. Disclaimer: trading digital assets involve significant risk and can result in the loss of your invested capital. You should ensure that you fully understand the risk involved and take into consideration your level of experience, investment objectives, and seek independent financial advice if necessary. It is up to you whether to invest or not.